Hi, in this video, you're going to take a look on how to assign LearnSmart through the McGraw Hill platform. So I'm here in my SSO. I'm going to click on McGraw Hill, sharing this tab so you can see it. Now I'm in the McGraw Hill platform. You'll probably see your class here. I'm going to click on third grade as the example because it was a third grade teacher that requested this video. And now we're here. The quickest way to get to the units is to go through Browse This Course. One of the units that's coming up is Everyday Energy. As you can see here, it has 3 lesson cycles, so 3 5E lessons. Light energy, the second one is sound energy, and the third one is thermal energy. We're going to go ahead and open up. Here's the unit level up here. We're going to open up the lesson cycle level. So here would be your LearnSmart for this specific lesson cycle. So the LearnSmart would only cover the TEKS that have been taught during this lesson cycle. So if you scroll down to differentiate and accelerate, you can also click up here, differentiate and accelerate. It'll take you straight there. You'll see that LearnSmart for the TEKS of this lesson cycle, which happens to be 3.8a, are going to be here. And you click assign. You pick your dates. Let's pretend that I'm picking today's date. The due date will be arbitrary, but for now, 10/31. I can click allow late submission in case someone's late. That's up to you. Let's say for this example, 15 points. Have it be graded, visible, and you can also copy to the classes. So right here, it's going to tell you that when you assign it, it's going to show up in your assignments. Now I'm going to move over to the assignments tab over here on the left-hand panel. This is where you'll see LearnSmart. I don't have any students in the course, but you'll see that your LearnSmart that you've assigned is going to be here. Now, one thing we want you to know is that you can also edit the LearnSmart. It comes a specific way, but you can edit it in order to increase the amount of questions or decrease the amount of questions that will be on there. So you click on edit and then you clicked on edit content. Now that I clicked on edit content, you'll see the content that is covered with this LearnSmart. So the TEKS that are covered are in the force, motion, and energy strand. Out of the concepts all in this strand, there are 1, 2, 3, 4 TEKS. And this LearnSmart specifically covers the TEKS in 3.8a. If I click the drop down, you'll see that one of the 4 concepts have been selected. If I drop down again, you'll see the other concepts that have not been selected. You can choose to add more content, especially if it might be a later LearnSmart towards the end of the unit. And if you do click on more content to be covered, you'll notice that the minutes of the LearnSmart are going to increase. So here you see the sample questions, what resource it might suggest, and then a different resource it might suggest here in terms of the science literacy essentials, which we think is a great resource. We've seen teachers use them before CBAs in order to help review the content that they learned through the readings on the explained day, usually 3. So the science literacy essentials have been very beneficial for teachers who have used it in the classroom. So you'll see them in the slide deck. So here you can toggle and increase the concepts, decrease the concepts, and then you can notice how much more or less the time it will take for students to do that LearnSmart. Now remember, this is a great tool. It's kind of like an iReady for science. And we recommend for students to do it during morning work, during downtime, not necessarily exactly during science time, but it's a great tool that's an adaptive resource in order for students to answer questions, look at videos, review lessons. That's going to help them review throughout the year, so it's not something that will need to be very heavy in the spring. And the other thing that we do want to let you know, also talking with teachers, we've heard that the The spelling, it can be a big stickler for the spelling, so that's something to watch out for. If a student writes the word dissolve, if they put one S, it might count it wrong. So once you are grading it, you can see, or once it's been graded, you could see very more specifically like how your students responded to them, because it's not a perfect program, but through this video, we hope that you were able to see how to assign it and how to edit the content in there. Thank you. Have a great day.